excited always listening to him. I'm a more structural person. I have prepared some points which I want to cover. But first, I want to say that it's a big honor to be here to talk with you, and we are all waiting for your valuable questions and ready to talk and to discuss. But it's, not only the question, just the stories which you have, maybe the examples, maybe ideas, just don't hesitate to share them with us. So, Igor told a lot about our business, and I would love to start talking about the Impact Projects Hub again from the business, because in the heart, in the DNA of our business, there is impact. So we built all our business verticals, right, Link vertical and others, thinking that there are a lot of injustice in the business sphere, and we always, thank you, and we always try to tackle this injustice for building effective, profitable business models. And for example, in Red Hailing, there are two main essence in our business. It's bidding model and fair choice price. And sometimes we can see that it's not only about the business model. Sometimes we can use our businesses also to deliver other impact messages and impact initiatives. For example, we have also a big reach of our customers and drivers and couriers, and we also try to involve them and engage them to do something good using our application, for example, in such activities like right to donate, or to engage them in other activities which I'm going to talk today. So what I'm trying to say is, first, we're starting first from our big impact from our businesses and from our direct business operations. But then we still continue thinking like there are also some spheres in the society when there are a lot of injustice. And it's not possible to build effective business models in all these spheres. But what can we do more? Because we see this injustice and we want somehow to tackle. We are very passionate about helping people. And that's why our founders, they were thinking, what can we do more? And we were thinking about, okay, there are business projects. What if we can do like impact projects in addition to our business projects? Because these are the same logic behind this. And we launched the hub, which is called InVision. First, we will start with a short video, and then I will continue talking in details about this amazing project.
अठोटले भरिएको आँखा, मेहनतले भरिएको मन, यात्रा चाहे दौडमा होस् या जीवन, भविष्य निर्माणतर्फ चलेको हरेक कदम, बगेका पसिनाको प्रत्येक थोपासँग बाधाहरू हुन्छन् पार, चलेका हरेक कदमले समयसँगै दिन्छ जीवनलाई आकार, अनगिन्ती कदम, अनगिन्ती मोड, यात्रा छ भिन्न तर गन्तव्य एउटै, इनड्राइभ छ साथी हरेक यात्रामा, हरेक पाइलामा सपनालाई साकार गर्दै.
It's one of our projects in Nepal, and where we provide the opportunities for kids to train and have a run. And sometimes these kids are the daughters and sons of our drivers. That's like really amazing because they have access to sport. Yeah.
Having this philosophy to make the world a fair place for 1 billion people, we launched the hub, the portfolio of impact projects, which I'm going to tell you today about. Also striving to find the injustice and somehow help local communities, empower local communities with the connections, with the network, with the funds, with the specific tools, how they can, in their specific regions, tackle this injustice. So what kind of, next slide. Next slide. Yeah, let's also to next slide, and then we'll come to this slide. So what our focus? We have 5 injustices. By the way, we made a big outstanding research about this injustice. They cover 80% of all people who are suffering because of these social problems. So we have 5 focus injustices. The first one, I think everybody knows, it's about environmental suffering, because we can see that there are a lot of consequences of climate change because of producing too many goods in this world, but also we see that there are so many people who don't have access to clean water and clean air, and clean air is also a big, privilege for people right now. And we, as a ride-hailing company, also thinking how we, by our business operations, can solve this problem. At least not to gain some more bad impact to the world, but also what we can do more in the countries where when people mostly suffering from this problem. How we can, together with the governance, with the local communities, talk and find the beneficial for all the community solutions to solve this problem. The second focus is on safety cities, and here we have two dimensions. First of all is a lack of safe and sustainable transport system, and we are the transport company. So we see why people using taxi instead of, for example, public transport, or even with the taxi, where are the problems? How can they reach? Are they available, like the services to reach, for example, remote villages or is it available, all the city, is it available to reach from one point to another? Are there any problems? How we see them in a conversation with our drivers, how we can help our drivers to solve these problems. The second dimension is unsafety in the cities. It's urban violence and crime. And we also see, because we as a business, we are as a local employees, we as our drivers and customers, we also suffer from these crime issues in the cities where we operate, and we also try to address these problems. The third focus is discriminatory communities. And I think this is the problem which I personally passionate about, because there are so many talented people, and sometimes they can't reach the world's accessible, social lifts to show their talents, to find the proper jobs where they can bring big impact to the world. Talking about children, if they are talented, it's very difficult to find the finance or at least the education to boost, to improve, to develop your talents. And so what we are thinking about, that our dream to give access to these people, to all people, to choose the way how they want to live this life, and don't be banned because of the country where they are living, or not to be limited by the opportunities which the region can give to these children. And also we think that it's very important to give equal opportunity for all entrepreneurs also to develop, and we will talk a little bit more today by the real examples. And also another important significant topic for the world is violence against women and children. And we can see that the violence starts from the childhood at the schools, when there is not friendly environment for children to develop. And also, for example, the way sometimes the subjects are taught also may be a problem. And then we see that there is a lot of violence, like in urban cities, when the city is developing very fast. We see that it's 21st century, but we see a lot of violence against women in every stage of development of women, including when women are already old and do like businesses or do sports, or just simple moving from one point to another by using taxi. And for us, it's also a big focus, and we do our best somehow to support vulnerable groups of population. And the last but not least is corporate greed and lack of economic opportunities. We as a business were underdog. We managed to grow and to develop in the environment where nobody even believed that we can do this, because we started our journey as a small venture in a very small Siberian city, as you were told. There is no any community support, local economic community support, or no infrastructure. Nobody believed that really a small company can be a global company from a very remote urban city. And that shows that there are so many barriers to do this because we live through these barriers by our own way. And knowing this, we understand that we really want to help other companies who want to build these barriers, and we want to help people who are living in this economic area to see these barriers and to join us to break them and to tackle this corporate greed attitude in most of the countries in the world. So these are our focuses, and coming back to the previous slide, the good question, no, the previous slide. Yeah, this one, thank you. And thinking about this injustice, so there is a reasonable question which you can ask. So, okay, these are the focuses, that's clear, but how will you try to tackle them? And this is a good question because we're still studying, we're still researching how we can do this. We're always testing, but once we find something, we try to scale it to quite big amount of countries where we operate. So we think that there are different areas of society which can help us to tackle this injustice. Because first we start with the raising awareness. Then we start to engage and involve local communities in this injustice just to understand like why they are happening. How, do the people realize that they are part of this injustice? Okay, then we try to find the effective tool set with the local communities, how we can tackle this, and then we try to do like different projects to build this tool set to tackle them. And the main goal of all these activities is to force new behavior within each injustice, and we are doing it in a different sphere. For example, raising awareness, we start from arts. Arts is a very powerful area of culture when you can like show, when you can raise, when you can emphasize, highlight that something is wrong. And there are movies, there are painters and all other different arts. Or then we'll go to engagement, how we can engage. Maybe sports, for example, is a good area because it's very easy to just join us in doing, for example, running events or some kind of easy events for people just to join and to talk and to engage with other people who also thinks that, for example, a woman and safety is a problem, and for example we can launch the running event where everybody, all the women around the city can join us and to run for women's safety in the city. So, and then we build, for example, it depends on the sphere. We use scientific achievements, or we use research, or we use education models just to tackle the injustice, whatever it is. And then it's important to raise awareness that there are really effective tools to improve the injustice in the city, and that's why you're here, and that's why we're talking with you, because we already found some great ways how we can do this, and the more partners can join us, and the more companies can see that they're really capable to do the same, the more people will find out that yes, there is a choice, there is the way. So just, it's very easy, just join our social media or come to our festival, talk with us, and we will together find the solution. Just share your story with us. That's how we try to be global, at the same time remain to be very local. Yeah, thank you. Let's go on. Yeah, and for us, this is not just, charity or sharing funds with our NGOs, but still NGOs is our significant partners in this journey. But we think that this is not charity which you can stop tomorrow, for example, at any reason in the company. For us, this is a very long-term commitment, because this is our business model, this is our DNA, this is why we're existing. We're existing, as Igor said, not just to gain to gain profits. All our focus and all our profits we reinvest in the developing our business, and at the same time to our long-term commitment to running these projects. And as a proof of this, we have a big hub inside our team. So it's more than 60 employees now working in-house in the company, committed 100%, dedicated all their time and all their creativity, all their minds and smart vision, just doing these projects. They are inside our company and we continue growing now. And you can see that since we started, it's like as a hub, we started more than 3 years ago. So we have already 7 big projects. It's not like small initiative, it's a big project contained of a lot of initiatives inside in different countries, already in 17. And we always test in different industries. But right now we are confident in the projects which we have in education, sports, startup and creative industry, and we still continue looking for other industries where we can find the way how we can tackle this injustice. Yeah, let's go on. And well, there are a lot of projects and it will take all the day to talk them in details, but maybe we can give examples of the projects which are actual for your region. For example, recently we have announced our open call to the project called Aurora Tech Award. What it is. So to stand back to our story, we are an IT company, and at the same time we are underdog company. And we lived through the difficulties of growing in the remote country without support of international startup hubs and without a clear access to the financial resources. And we understand at the same time that IT technology and startup can really bring difference in the world. And we see a lot of stories how IT company change everything in the country or in the world. And we believe in these IT startups, and we also want to help such underdogs. And at the same time, we see that especially more difficulties face female founders or co-founders in this world, in this IT world. And we decided to focus to support them. And one of the ideas we started from the launching a prize for them. And then it became a big project where are some impactful initiatives behind the prize. So we called it Aurora Tech Award. This is the award which is focusing at woman founder and co-founder who launched their IT business within past 5 years and who tried to tackle really social problems by their IT technology. And we see how amazing this project is developing because it's already exists only for 3 years. But for example, for this last cycle, which we announced on the 2nd of December, we have already 2,000 applicants from more than 80 countries in the world. Can you imagine this scale? So that means that a lot of female founders and co-founders from all over the world really eager to not only participate in this prize, but also to tell their personal story to empower ours. And what they gain, of course, they gain the recognition, because sometimes this is the key action which they need just to move on. Also, they gain the available network, which helps them to develop their own businesses and business ideas. They gain, for sure, financial resources from us, and also they gain education, because sometimes when you face a lot of, problems in growing, you think that you're alone, but then you find out that another region or another country is like absolutely the same, and sharing your experience and studying together with other female entrepreneurs, that brings difference to the way how they develop in their business. And last but not least, we give them access to financial resources from international hubs, because we bring experts to our award, or we take these amazing founders and bring them to the global conferences where they can meet other investors who can help them in developing their business. And behind this, we're always thinking about what we can do more, what kind of activities we can do more. And the prize, it's global. But every year we choose the several countries where we can be offline, because the price is a digital, of course, initiative. But we always try to focus each year on different countries and to come to the region and to make different events. It might be like business breakfast or accelerator or educational offline course, when we identify the local problem, which helps the local startup community to develop, and try to bring external expertise, our personal experience, and also together people, just to together brainstorm what we can do, how we can improve this particular problem in particular region. And let me see, I have notes. In this year we focus on India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt. So, and then next year we'll focus on different countries, and we see that by like making this in different countries, we enrich ourselves. We have database and we have a lot of knowledge, and then we come to a new region and share this knowledge. Another example is sport. Well, you know, sport has a big power, and we have a lot of projects within sport, and we still continue searching how sport can influence the local problems. So if you have ideas, please share them with us. But now we have found two effective models. First one is football clubs, and the second one is running projects. This is the running project. And it's very easy, you know, just to make a running event and invite people and say, hey, today we are running for support diversity in this region, because you can see that there are a lot of cultures, a lot of languages, people from different cultural backgrounds in the same region, and it's great to bring them together to raise the diversity and exchange their experience between them. Or, for example, we see that sometimes it's very difficult to fight for women's rights in the region, and we just say, okay, let's run for this. Let's gather together, not only women, like all, together with men. It can be our drivers, it can be our couriers, it can be people who never heard and who are not users of our application. But then we gather together and we are running for making difference, because when you make a big event, press, you notice this, and then you start to write, like, why people running? For what? Why are people running for women's rights? What, are there any problems? Okay, what kind of problems we have? And you just transfer this information to deliver to different people who even don't think about this, but once they have known about this problem, they can do something. This is how we raise awareness, this is how we raise and speak up. Do you want to add something?
Yeah, actually, yeah. The another idea of that differentiate us from the marathons, that we are supporting the small communities that that not exist running activities. So it's like for kids in rural areas, for the people who lives in the mountains, and for them it's not only just running, and also training programs that we organize for 3 months, 6 months. It's a kind of long-term program, as we mentioned before. So I think we have a lot more projects, and we consider this region is important for us to launch new projects like Alternative Film Award and others. And for us, it's really important to launch such kind of projects in order to understand what kind of problems face the society here. And it's not only taking the profit, it's also giving back to community. Because when you're giving back, it's more sustainable community with whom you can grow year by year. So this the idea that we live in our mindset.
Yeah, Kanat raised very good point. Maybe I didn't say it clearly, but we're not our aim is not to make, in this case, running marathons. Our aim is to build community, and we use different tool set how we can build this. And building community first means that we find this community, we find local activists, local opinion makers, we find NGOs, and we gather them together and find the solutions how we can cooperate together and to create mutually reinforcing activities. And we are investing our time and our money in the local communities in every region where we come with each injustice we have. So, and our goal is to empower this community. This is how we're trying to solve all this injustice. Because when we are separately, when we are alone, it's very difficult to tackle something big. But once we're together, it's quite capable, you know.